welcome back to the Spydahs Web, and in this video it's a Q&A. We've had some questions, so let's give you some answers if I can. So let's just change my specs and get on with it, shall we? First question, first questions come from Andy, MacLeod Designs. Alright matey? Question number 1. If you were shipwrecked on an island with only one game, which game would it be and why? Very similar to one I've already been asked, but I will answer this the same way as I answered the last one. It's a bit of a cheat, I know, but I would take my copy of Pandemic. And I'm saying my copy of Pandemic because I've got all the expansions in one box. It's a game I can play on my own quite happily. It's a game I absolutely love playing, and it's one that if I do find any other survivors, I could always rope them into playing the game as well. It's easy to teach, easy to learn, hard to play. What more can I say? Pandemic, awesome game. So that would be my choice if I was stranded, shipwrecked, whatever, on a desert island. I thought I'd drink this instead of coffee. What's the worst that could happen? At least now you know what it is. Oh dear, right, so the next question, I can't believe this. The next question, when are you going to do top 5 games? To do your top 5 games? I'll be doing one, so you have to do one. Lol. Right, so I actually touched on this in my chat to Bruno Big Black Dog on Monday. I hadn't realised this was one of your questions, so yeah, so if anybody would like to see that, I suppose I could do one. It's not something that I've really thought about, because I think I touched on this on Monday, my opinions change quite flighty when it comes to games, you see. So today my favourite game could be Pandemic, tomorrow it could be Elder Sign, day after it could be Ascension, day after that it could be Sentinels of the Multiverse. It's going to be a different one to do, but I suppose I could do one. In fact, I might do different ones. Rather than having my top 5 games, do my top 5, say, card games, top 5 tile laying games, top 5 board games, that kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't decided as yet as to whether I'm doing one. But I have been thinking about it, let's put it that way. I've been watching the Dice Tower top 10 with Tom Vassell, Z Garcia and Sam Healy. And thinking to myself, should I do one of those? I really don't know. But as I say, I am thinking about it. So, but as to when I'm doing one, I've not a clue. It all depends whether anybody wants me to do one, I suppose. What do you think of the t-shirt, by the way? So. Hope that's answered your questions, Andy. I'm looking forward to seeing yours. Top 5 games, that is. Keep your mind out of the gutter. Okay, so next question comes from Nick Beer. I want to say before we carry on, Nick, thanks for all the mentions on Twitter about my videos. I actually think that is what is helping get my subscriber levels up more than the quality of my content, so thank you very much, matey. That's it's greatly appreciated. But your question was, what do you think about GW bringing back the specialist systems? By specialist systems, I'm assuming you mean in the revisiting the old one-off board game kind of things like Space Hulk and Assassinorum Execution Force and Blood Bowl, that kind of thing. I'm not a great GW fan, I must admit. I'm not. I get the paints, I like the paints, but as far as the game systems go, as you can see back here, I have my salamanders. In fact, I'll try and should open that so you can get a better look. I've got a salamander's army here, and I've got some Nurgly stuff at the top there. I was a collector of GW minis. I started at the Games Club to learn how to play Warhammer 40k. I found it too much, to be honest. I couldn't concentrate on it. I couldn't remember how things are worked out, how many dice rolls, that kind of thing. So I gave up completely with it. That being said, over the past few years I've bought Space Hulk, when that was reissued a couple of years ago. I've bought Assassinorum Execution Force. I am looking forward to seeing what they actually do bring out. I can see me buying more of the board games if they're doing them as board games rather than investing in the tabletop war games. It all depends though on pricing. But that being said, I think it's a really smart move on their part. There's a lot of interest in the board games. I think the war game thing, I'm going from the viewpoint of the Games Club where I am. It's Wigan War Games Club, but we don't play a lot of war games. It tends to be more board games. I think board games is coming up and sort of not taking over, but equaling out the interest in the hobby. And I think with the way Mantic are going with the skirmish games and board games, and they're doing a lot of GW are doing a lot of work with Fantasy Flight Games with licenses for them. I think it would be a good idea. I think it's a good idea on their part to look more into board games. I just hope they do a better job than they did on Assassinorum. It's a good game, but it's one that's, you've got one mission, so it's going to be a little samey. The only thing you can do is try and make it harder for yourself by going with the different not scenarios, but the different handicaps you can give yourself. That's at the back of the back of the book. And just in case you've not seen the book, I'll put a I'll put a still at the end of the video showing the page I'm referring to, where you can do it. You get sort of bonuses kind of thing if you get what you call it, if you can do it with one assassin, or if you can go through it all without losing an assassin, if you blah blah blah, that kind of thing. As I say, you'll see it at the end of the video. Anyway, I'm digressing as I usually do. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea, as I said. I'd like them to bring back some of the older titles. I would love, absolutely love, if they would do a reimagining of Space Crusade. Oh yes. If they could bring something like that, like Space Crusade, another version of that would be absolutely awesome. I would definitely buy that. What else is there? As I say, I know there's the one about Blood Bowl. That's got a really big fan base. They'd be stupid not to do anything with that. And there are other games I know, Necromunda and whatever else. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if they could bring some of the older games back, it's like just rework them, make them more modern, shall we say, as well as bringing in new games. That would be an awesome thing for them. I know there's a lot of board game players out there who won't touch Games Workshop because they know it's just a full-on war games thing. I know they might be dragging people in a little bit more with Age of Sigmar, with that being a skirmish game, but it's still possibly a bit too much for your average board gamer. So I think, yeah, it would be. It's something missing that they could be doing, and I know they've got James Hewitt in charge of this particular thing. I've heard up recently, so, and you know, we know James from Mantic, and obviously Beasts of War. So hopefully he can inject a lot of that kind of thing into Games Workshop and make them. Or make that division of Games Workshop a real fantastic, a really big success. Fingers crossed anyway for them. But yeah, I'm hoping they do well with that, and I'm hoping they bring out a few more older games as well as thinking of some newer ones. It will be nice. Right, so that's that. I hope I've answered that question adequately. Now, next question or questions come from Alistair Cade. Right, matey. Greetings, my friend. Well, I have 2 questions you can add to your next Q&A, he says. Number 1, how is that beautiful dog of yours doing? Well, he's as daft as a brush, mad as a hatter, and fruity as a nutcake. He's doing really well. He's curled up on the couch at the moment, giving it the Zeds. So he's leaving me in peace while I do this video. And I'm doing it sat at my table because, well, he's fast asleep, so I didn't want to disturb him, so I set up here. And next question is, can we expect any adventure system gameplay anytime soon? Yes, I am embarrassed to say that I completely forgot about this. I was in the middle of, well, I just completed the first of two adjoining games of Wrath of a Shadowlon. It was the gnomes going through, not the gnomes. It was the dwarves going through the it was the dwarves going through the dungeon. And I did the first mission, and he had to stop because I had to get the place sorted out for visitors coming around, and I forgot to go back to it. So I'm going to have to revisit the videos that I did to find out which mission it was. And yes, hopefully we'll get some more adventures. We'll get the second part of that little mini campaign done very soon. I'm glad you reminded me about it. I honestly had forgot about it, completely forgot about it. So yeah, I'll be going back to that. And then after that, I will be hopefully getting something done with Legend of Drist, where I get the elves going through, and I haven't even touched for painting the Temple of Elemental Evil, so we will eventually get round to doing that. But I will be painting and hopefully playing the game afterwards as well. Fingers crossed. But I'm bogged down with Dungeon Saga at the moment, as you well know. After that, I don't know whether to start off doing some Kings of War stuff or taking a break from Mantic altogether and going painting up the Temple of Elemental Evil. I wish they'd have called that something much easier to say. Ah well. Yeah, so once I've got the Dungeon Saga stuff, or the stuff done for the base game, I think I might have a break from Mantic altogether and start painting up the Temple of Elemental Evil, and then while I'm doing that, I can also set up for doing the a little campaign of the second mission in the mini campaign for Wrath of a Shadowrun. So I think there may be some serious adventure system stuff coming very, very soon. Hope that puts a smile on your face. Don't forget, excuse me, don't forget our 1,000 subscribers giveaway, where you get this, you get this, and you get this if you win it. And if you get the second, and I found something for the second place row, which is this, which is Basilian Panther Riders, and don't forget my little surprise for the first place winner. That giveaway closes on Monday at midnight. So we've got the rest of today, Saturday, Sunday, and all day Monday. So midnight on Monday, GMT time, it's closing, and I will do a video possibly Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on what time I have, and we'll get the draw done. So far we have 10 entries. Let's get some more, shall we? I mean, it was good of Mark from Grimtree Games to donate the boxes of Kings of War. What's the word I'm looking for? So if you'd like to win those, the only way you can do that is by letting me know what you want from 2016, what your hopes are, what your goals are, that kind of thing. Obviously nothing too personal, but if you want just gaming related or hobby related or anything from real life, just let me know. As I said, all that will happen is that we'll have, at the moment I said we have 10 entries. What I'll probably do, if I get less than 20, I'll probably roll the dice to see who wins. But there we are. Anyway, so that's our Q&A session done for today. There's the questions, and get us off my laminating pouches. Heath, come on, get up here. Alistair Cade wants to see you. Oh dear, the postman's just woke him up. From me and big soft laddie, that's it for this video. So if you want to ask any more questions, anything at all, doesn't have to be about gaming, could be about anything whatsoever, put your questions in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer them next week. But until then, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now. I'm not being posh, I can't bend that finger. Pass there.